Ukraine, 88th week of war. 88th week of the war in Ukraine. In the UN, they got Gaza on the brain. Take it to the GA because the council failed. Won't stop the ground offensive, that ship has sailed. Rae of Canada tries to Hamas flex, but he blocks the press from his bogus ex. The censor by Guterres, a Nobel luster. Slams to the slaughter of Midest General Custer. The UN is failing on Ukraine. And it's not just a veto that big boss Tony Guterres spent 6 long years called Putin Papacito. Papacito, Putin Papacito, Putin Papacito, that's what Tony says.
Okay, here we are, Matthew Russell Lee, Inner City Press. Here, it's Monday, October 23rd, 2023, here in front of the United Nations. We've been covering, even while banned from the United Nations by Antonio Guterres, the man who omitted from his financial disclosures the China Energy Fund Committee, and banned the press that asked and proved that this convicted bribery firm tried to buy him through the Gulbenkian Foundation. Even banned from the UN, we were covering the Gaza conflict because it has to be covered. Now, there have been a number of moves in the Security Council, all of them failures. There was a Russian draft that didn't even get the 9 votes required. There was a Brazilian draft that was vetoed by the US, with the UK and Russia abstaining. And now there's a U.S. draft, sure to be shot down. Now, we covered it over the weekend when the U.S. said, here's the U.S. mission. And again, our critique of them is that they allow the UN to remain corrupt, that they do nothing about Guterres banning the press, wasting funds. Here, let me give you one example in the middle of all this. The UN was thrown out of Mali because they were essentially acting as agents of French colonialism. And so the admittedly coup regime in Mali said, get the heck out. Now, when they left, they destroyed their vehicles and ammo. Maybe understandable, but they also destroyed generators to make electricity. Now, Mali is one of the poorest countries on earth, particularly the part that we're talking about. Why did taxpayers pay for a generator that the UN would, in fact, destroy? It's outrageous. And that's Antonio Guterres' UN. And nobody inside that they let in their briefings, which I used to attend daily, even asked the question. Everyone was, oh God, Gaza, Antonio Guterres, he went to Rafah. Well, he accomplished virtually nothing. He's basically got his finger in the wind, but he can count on support just by wind-up magic 8-ball statements. But this U.S. draft, they called for amendments to be filed, comments by Sunday at 10 a.m. Well, 2 countries, Russia and China, broke silence. They've asked for more time. And it had been said they would vote today. They didn't vote today because you know what? Whenever they vote, it's going to fail. And you know what? They've accomplished nothing on this file in decades. And you know what? Antonio Guterres is a corrupt censor, and the U.S. mission is doing nothing about it. Inner City Press will stay on the case.